For any of you guys who might have been uncomfortable by some of these jokes, might have been offended, it's not our intention. Don't worry, my set is going to be totally safe. I'm just going to talk about politics for 10 minutes. That's all I'm going to do. I'm actually a very centrist person when it comes to politics. I'm very in the middle because I come from a very diverse family when it comes to politics. My mother's a Republican, my dad is a Democrat, I have a brother who's a libertarian anarchist. I have another brother who marched with the natives at Standing Rock and believes we should abolish currency. I have another brother who voted for Ron Paul in 2012 and Bernie Sanders in 2016. What happened there? I think he just like votes for whoever's on a geriatric ticket. That's why I'm here. It's to the point where my family's policy on politics is basically the Pirates of the Caribbean's policy on accents. You know? Like, do whatever you want as long as it's crazy. You know? If you come to Thanksgiving dinner at my house, you'll hear someone say something like, "The last thing they will learn in this life is that taxation is theft." You know? And then my brother will respond, "You best start believing in welfare states. Everyone wants." And one of the products of diverse family is that I find myself having very extreme, strong opinions on politics about very irrelevant issues, right? Like I had a friend that was working for Marco Rubio's campaign in 2016. He was like, "Would you ever consider voting for Marco Rubio?" And I said, "Absolutely not." He said, "Why?" He said, "Because he has the coolest name in the whole election, and he says it in the lamest way possible." Your name is not Marco Rubio, it's Marco Rubio. That's a name. I can't trust the judgment of anyone who chooses to say it Marco Rubio, okay? Marco Rubio, that sounds like a professional soccer player. Marco Rubio sounds like a pee-wee soccer coach. Marco Rubio, like he's gonna serenade you on a hotel balcony with his hair blowing in the wind. Marco Rubio drives a Toyota Corolla and owns a Snuggie. He's like upset that he missed the first 15 minutes of Top Chef. That's Marco Rubio. President of the PGA, sure, but not the country. Strong opinion, irrelevant issue. Right? Same thing when everything happened, like with Caitlyn Jenner, that Vanity Fair cover. They're like, "Well, what do you think, John?" And I said, "Well, I know this isn't very politically correct, but I think it's unnatural for anyone who's 65 to be named Caitlyn. You can't just self-identify away 40 years of life, you know what I mean?" You're old enough to remember segregation. Your name is Blanche Jenner. That's who you are. Right? Strong opinion, irrelevant issue. Same thing, I don't care what your politics are, I would way rather have Obama than Trump as a dad. Right? Because if Trump grounds you, he's just going to be like, "You grounded." Obama's so long-winded that by the time he's done punishing you, you won't be punished anymore. Right? He'll be like, "Now let me be clear. Sometimes we make decisions. Some of those decisions are good. Some of them have consequences. Right? Also, not for nothing, but if I got beat up by the bully at school, I don't know if I'd want my dad to be like, "There was violence on many sides, many times. The bully had a hall pass, you did not." I don't want that. But I try to seek out more moderate friends too, because I struggle with depression, and extremely political people, I don't know if you know this, but you're terrible at comforting depressed people. Your politics gets in the way all the time. Like, I go into my conservative friends, I'm like, man, I just need somebody to talk to. I'm in a really dark place, and they're like, just another millennial pretending to have a mental illness. It's okay, I know a guy who's me, I can tell that joke. If your parents hadn't gotten you vaccinated, we wouldn't be in this situation, you know? You know what you need? Let's go shooting. You need a gun in your hand, that's responsible. But my liberal friends are no better, right? I'm like, dude, I don't know, man, I feel like this world is a terrible place, and it's all because of people like me, you know? And they're like, what, straight white men? Like, yeah, you're right. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, I feel like the world would be better off if, like, if I weren't in it. I'd be like, that's the most progressive thing you have ever said. No, like, you don't get it. Like, I'm having these thoughts, like hanging myself and stuff. And they're like, John, don't do that. Hanging has a very troubling racial history in this country. Choose a less microaggressive method, please. I'm here, but so basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't vote. I didn't vote. I'm not proud of that. I know all of you are thinking, well, if you don't vote, you don't have the right to complain. And I'm here to explain that that's not how complaining works. It's also not how rights work. You'll never see some like person in the deep south coming out of a Planned Parenthood clinic going, well, I didn't want to lose my right to bear arms, so, you know, like, it's not gonna happen. Right? I didn't vote. I was considering voting third party in 2016, but people give you crap for that too. They say something like, John, you cannot support someone who has no chance of winning. And I think that's very ironic coming from a state full of Utah Jazz fans, personally. Yeah, whoever that guy booing, yeah, Rudy Gobert's gonna drop 50 tonight, I'm sure. Right. I don't know. But it just seems like a crappy attitude. It's like, don't support someone who can't win. Like, I hope whoever feels like that doesn't write inspirational calendars. You know what I mean? It's like, when things look difficult or impossible, they are. Give up. You know? That would ruin sports movies, too. Like, can you imagine Rudy? You're like, he was a boy with a dream. I want to play for Notre Dame. You'll never play for Notre Dame, Rudy. Okay. And I know what you guys are gonna say. You're gonna say something like, I'm not a pessimist, John, I'm just being realistic. I'm a realist. No, you're a pessimist, and you wanna know why? You never say something's real when something good happens. I have never ever in my life found a penny on the ground and had someone go, welcome to the real world! That didn't happen.